What is happening, everybody? Welcome to the Sunday Build Show. We have a different crew in here tonight. Our good friends Justin had some things he had to take care of today, as did Jason. So those guys are out doing the life thing. But we got our good friend Tim, Ryan, Frank's Model Works, and our reoccurring guest, Mr. Jody. How's everybody doing tonight?
Outstanding, young man. Any better, I'd be you.
If you're any better, you'd be me. I don't know if that's an upgrade or a downgrade or what that is. Got a lot of folks in the chat. I see Chris from Scale Speed Garage, Stout Creations, Joshua Parnell, letting everybody know that when I do respond in the chat, it pops up as both me and Jason. So I don't know why it does that, but you get a double whammy when I reply on there. It does the same thing to Jason too. So
hey, can I say something about the chat?
Absolutely.
To all the people watching, it's very much appreciated that you tune in to watch us idiots do a whole lot of nothing for 2 hours on a Sunday.
Agreed.
I don't respond to the chat because I can't see it. So if you feel that I'm ignoring you, please don't, because it's not on purpose. I can't see the chat, so I can't see what's being said or anything. So I do appreciate everybody tuning in. I just feel bad that sometimes I feel like I'm not paying attention, but I am. I'm listening. I just can't see what everybody's asking. That's all. And I didn't want anybody to be offended by that.
I find it a little hard to believe that you can't see the chat, Tim, because with the goggles that you're wearing on your head, I have the distinct impression you can see the present, the past, and the future. All you can see into the fourth dimension with those things, can't you?
Well, just so you know, I'm old. I only wear these goggles so that when I have to go to the men's room.
How many fingers am I holding up right now?
Yeah.
All of them.
Oh, yeah, we got it. I told you. He can see everything. He really is just ignoring you all in the chat. He just doesn't want to.
That's not it at all. I would never do that. I'm not like that.
I try to keep, like, I have, if you see me looking down, most of the time I'm looking at the chat trying to keep up.
Yeah.
It's tough to do, especially if you're building. It's tough to keep up with the chat.
Yeah.
But Tim, we'll keep our eyes out. Anybody has a particular question for you, we'll read it out for you, or I can always throw it up on the computer here. We'll use.
Well, anybody who knows me, who has seen me at a show or something like that, I'm really approachable. I'm really easy. Any questions anybody has, I'm happy to answer them and all that. I'm not that guy that runs away or won't talk to you. I'm a pretty approachable person. So
that is the vicious rumor that Frankie told me that you were pretty easy. I don't know what that meant.
Yeah.
It means exactly what it sounds like. You heard me.
It's funny because whenever I first see Frankie, he looks at me and he goes, "How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you douching? Same solution. What are you using? Vinegar and Earl?
That's it.
Vinegar and Earl. Vinegar and Earl.
Do you remember people talking, like, pronouncing words like that?
Yes.
Well,
When I was a kid, and it wasn't a New York thing, like Earl, bottle.
Oh, yeah.
I got to go to Woik. Like that's how they actually pronounce stuff like that. And it was like an American thing. It wasn't a regional thing.
yeah. When I first moved from Vermont down here to Florida, I was working in the woods with my stepdad. I was the brush dragger guy, right? I was a kid back then, so I'm dragging brush. They would saw down the trees or trim up the trees or whatever, and it was my job to drag the brush. And I was there one day, and this old boy, he'd been, obviously was from down here, been here forever. He tells me, it says, boy, I need you to go get the gaol. I'm like, you want the what? He said, I need the gaol. And I made him say it 10 times, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And my dad looked at me and said, he wants the gas and the oil for the chainsaw. I was like, okay, I got it now.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Gloria's here. Tiffany's here. Good to see you guys. Tin Man.
Gloria, Tiffany, how are you? Chet, what's going on? Rob O'Hara, thank you very much. Who did I miss?
Brian says he's
Brian, how are you?
Brian says he's working on a kit that he blames on you and Jason, Frank. Usually rear quarters up 68 dart and is getting a Hellcat like Jason 68 and Frank did in his resin 70. Nice.
Yep.
I've been while we're chatting, I've been texting Tiffany about spray booths.
Okay.
She saw mine in Jason's video yesterday. I want to know what it was. So everybody watching, it's a Pace. The company is hang on, I'll tell you. Here it is. PacePaintBooths.com.
Pace paint booths.
Yeah, it's made just for painting. So it's got the angle, it's got a big filter. I think mine's I think they call the mini. It's 24 inches long. It's got a huge motor on it. I technically, and I did it yesterday in Jason's video when I shouldn't have, I can paint without a respirator because it sucks that good that you don't smell nothing. Nothing goes near you at all. You should, and I recommend that you do, always wear a respirator when you're painting, no matter what you're using.
Yeah.
We're trying to get that video done yesterday. It was late. We had some stuff to do. I had to get my wife to the airport, a bunch of things. So I didn't even realize I didn't wear it until I watched Jason's video this morning. Anyway, it's a Pace paint booth, and it works very, very well. It's vented outside. I put a dryer vent. It's in my garage. I cut a hole in the wall. I put a dryer vent with a flapper on. So when it's off, the flap closes so nothing can come back in. And you turn it on, and it sucks so good it just opens the flap. It's very good. I highly recommend it. It's made out of stainless steel, so once a month or so I go out and I wipe it down with some lacquer thinner. You see in the video, it's nice and shiny, so everything stays clean, pretty dust-free. So that's what me and Tiffany have been texting about this morning.
Nice.
So anybody who's interested, take a look at their paint booths.
What's the price points on them, Tim? Roughly ballpark.
I got mine like 3 or 4 years ago, and it was $250. They were having a sale. It was like $25 off or something. I forget exactly.
You're worth every penny, Tim.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love it.
You're worth a $600 spray booth.
Yeah. Thanks.
Probably more.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. I
Jody and Tim. Nick Arvanites is in the chat saying hello.
Oh, hi, Nick. How are you, buddy? You ever
Nick, what's the proper way to pronounce your last name? Is it Arvanites or is it Arvanites?
Alvarites, I believe. I've known Nick probably 30 years.
Really?
We used to drag race together. I had a Chevelle with a blower on it, a small block with an underhood B&M blower, and he had a 70 Chevelle that would stand on its back bumper. I get pictures of it standing on its back bumper. I've known Nick forever. Great guy. Incredible builder.
Incredible.
Yeah, look at his stuff. He's on Instagram.
Yes, you gotta check out Nick over on Instagram.
Yeah, his stuff is awesome.
Amazing.
And he's a nice guy.
And a beautiful save on the Panther Pink 1970 Mopar you're doing, Nick.
Yes.
Great save.
Yeah. He uses mostly MCW enamels. And he does a great job with them. He's been using some of that new stuff everybody's using. Glitz?
Yeah, Tropical Glitz. Yep.
Tropical Glitz, yeah. He's been using some of that stuff. I'm going to try some.
It's really good stuff. I like it. I like it a lot. This body is done in their yellow. That's got a pink primer, and I didn't like the results because of the base coat, not because of it wasn't. It's not that there's anything wrong with the paint itself. It's just I didn't like the color. I should have put it white down first, and that's what I'm doing on the body that I'm hacking up. That'll have a white primer on it and that same yellow. But you can see the contrast and difference. I test sprayed this piece. So here's the yellow with a pink primer, right? It's not great. It's nice looking color, but
yeah,
you can really tell the difference. If I can get the glare off of it, you can really tell the difference compared to there. This is almost like a highlighter yellow.
Yeah.
And that was the color I was looking for. So. And that's on a white primer, and that's only one coat. So, but they're well, my 67, the one that got me the first gold, that top half of that is Tropical Glitz but it's a tropical glitz gray, like a sparkly gray. I forget what they call it, but overcast gray, I believe. It's
Is it
really good stuff.
is it a hot paint? Is it?
No, it's actually. I talked to Old Tom Rambler 69 about it because he uses it quite a bit, and it's really nice in that you can shoot it in like 2 minutes in between coats, and boom, and that's here in Florida where it's humid. 2
Yeah.
minutes in between coats, you can lay down another coat, right? I mean, it's the way you go. You still want to build it up like you do any other paint. Don't just douche it on there, but it works really good, and you can lay it on there pretty thick, and I say thick. You can lay it on there pretty quick.
Yeah.
We have an update as to the pronunciation of Nick's last name. It's Arvanitis.
Arvanitis.
You said that was white primer. The white primer is the small piece. Yep. The small piece is white primer. It's more of it's more of a highlighter color, where the other one was a pink primer.
So it is written, so shall it be said.
So shall it be said. Yeah, Josh, my hideout got delivered. That is it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to getting the inside finished off and being able to get it wired up, and we'll have to fight with the power company. I would really like for them to just bring me out a meter and put a meter onto it, because my outside box doesn't have another breaker in it. Doesn't have any breakers in it. It goes straight to the big box inside. So I either got to put a breaker box on my meter or put the whole thing in, get another meter out there, which is what I'd really like to do, but we'll see what happens.
Do you have to get a certificate of occupancy?
No, what as it is right now, I don't need any permit, nothing.
Because it's considered a temporary structure because it's on pallets. Okay.
Yeah, but as soon as I run power to it or try to run power to it, then I got to be up to code. Then I got to have permits and all that. As soon as I run power to it, I could actually have plumbing out there and not have a permit.
Ooh, pump the crap right out of your hobby.
As soon as I run power.
My favorite lines in that movie. Plumb the shit right out of your house.
Pump the shit right out of your house.
that and when he goes to unemployment. Are you a bullshitter? Did you bullshit today?
Yeah, you're not wrong. I had to put a map on the floor in there to be able to walk around and remember where I'm going. I'm excited about it, though. It's going to be fun.
So back to the paint thing. Sorry, don't mean to change the subject.
No, you're good.
I'm curious. So yesterday, Jason came down and we painted that Super B.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason's learning airbrushing. He's getting a little bit more comfortable with it. And so I'm just there to guide him. He does it all.
Right.
I can tell him, do this, do that, So I had some Gravity colors, and I had that top banana. I've had it for a while. It laid down fine, but it's like splash paint. Very thin mist coats. If you put anything heavy on it, it starts to craze right away.
Oh.
So how is that tropical glitz? Like MCW, you just dump it on. It doesn't matter. It'll go down.
Yeah, it's more. It's going to be more along the lines of the MCW and the scale finishes. It lays to me. I love scale finishes. Got you can see the bottles in the background there somewhere, but it's as good, if not better, than the scale finishes stuff. It really is nice stuff. It's a poly based paint. Let me get a bottle real quick. I don't want to give you bad information. But it's
MCW is a lacquer. Like their pre-thin lacquers are lacquers, and they generally tend to be less hot. Splash paints, Gravity, stuff like that is automotive base coat. Automotive base coat is a little hot. So it's definitely very light mist coats. Build up your color. And one thing you should know, if you're using automotive base coat, it's never going to be gloss. So don't keep hosing it on until it's
never
dry to a matte finish.
Right.
And it should dry
pretty quick.
Like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Jet, how you doing? So to give you this high quality and durable polyester automotive paint product used on plastic, stainless steel, fiberglass, resin, and many more. Shake well. And I get it in the 4 ounce ready to spray bottles. This is that overcast gray I was telling you about. Really good looking color. It's got the metal flake does have some of the metal flakes. Some of it has metal flake in it, and it's small enough to go through your airbrush, so it's not going to wad up your brush real bad. It's designed. They designed it for the hobby.
So it doesn't give you that bass boat effect?
No, it works. I've had really good luck with that. Again, I've only sprayed those 3 or 4 colors, but I've had really, really good luck with it.
Yeah. So I painted this yesterday, this Dodge. This is what I'm building. And I did Steel Finishes B5 blue.
Yeah.
And it crazed a little bit on the roof. So I let it dry. And this morning I wet sanded it. And I'll just go over it again, and it'll cover most of it. And then when it's cleared, it'll go away. It's not that bad. But I find with Splash and Gravity, put your coats on to where you want it, wet sand it, and then go back and do it again, and it looks a lot better. I don't know why, but that always seems to work out. So I think when I paint this tonight again, I think it'll look good.
Got Frank Donati in here. Says Rob Ribbs says, "Thanks for the invite, butthole." Yeah. Listen, we wanted to be in control of the show today. We heard enough of the what was what did we call it when he was Poltergeist? We had enough Poltergeist last time.
Yeah.
We had an episode of the Blair Witch Project going on this time. Really.
Well, not only that, they're recording tonight, so I know he's messing with me. That's why Justin can't be here. He's recording.
I want to make a point of thanking one of my viewers, James Geiner. First time in a year and a half, somebody sent me a gift. I had mentioned in one of my last videos that I couldn't get a hold of this new paint, the Fusion Firm Ultra Shining Fluid Silver Foil.
Yeah.
He sent me two boxes of these. So
wow.
It comes with the paint itself, and it comes with a clear coat to go over it. If you've watched any of my videos and I recommended to you that you buy the Stuart Semple Mira, which I've always said was hideously expensive at like $50 for a small bottle. If you haven't bought it yet, don't. Get this.
If you can get it.
You should definitely get this over the Stuart Semple Mira. The performance on it is almost identical for a fraction of the price. And I want to take this opportunity to thanks James. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
That was very nice of him.
And the rest of you better start paying up.
Yeah.
Stop with the freeloading, you bum.
I believe Tiffany just got some of that as well. She did a video on it.
Yes, I watched the video. That was what prompted me to want to get it, because I saw everybody and their mother posting, and like I've heard that story before, like Spastics is wonderful, and then I get it and it's not. But the results that I saw with Tiffany, I was like, yeah, I gotta try that.
Yeah.
Because it becomes like you're on a carousel and you're just constantly going around in a constant dog race. Oh, here's a new chrome product.
Yeah.
Eventually I gotta chrome my house with all the crap that I have in this basement.
Yeah, I know. You know, the only one that I found that's good, I use the pen like everybody else. I use it for door handles, shit like that. You're not going to touch it, and it'll be fine. I've used the Revell Chrome Spray on a couple of sets of wheels ahead of time, knowing, all right, this build's 2 builds away. Let me paint these and set them aside. And then you put the wheels together, and you don't touch it. I think it's fine for that. But I haven't painted anything big with them, bumpers or anything a lot, you know. So I don't know how that is when you do big stuff. I just use it for some wheels and small stuff.
I, myself and Rob Adams and I know I'm not the only one that's come up with this, but Rob Adams and I were kicking around in the damn Discord one night, and I had that Molotov refill pen, the big bottle.
Yeah.
And I tried it, but I'll take it and mix it 50-50 with alcohol and spray it through the airbrush. It works amazing. It's still Molotov, so you can't touch it, but then you can either put your clear coat over it, their aqua clear coat, or I use the Pledge, put the Pledge over it, and to me, it doesn't seem to knock down the shine at all.
You lose a lot of the specularity when you clear coat over everything. And I noticed that Josh Parnell asked in the I haven't used it with any form of clear yet. And generally speaking, my experience is, especially with 2K, if you put that over a metallic, it tends to dull it right out. And I believe Tiffany, yes, clear kills the shine. So from an authority, somebody who's actually used it, it looks like that's the case.
Yeah.
Not for nothing, folks. 2K is kind of expensive.
Especially
You know what I mean? Like one of the videos that I have coming out is printing out bucks for 3D printed bodies to make the glass for the bodies that I get from Andre Bezrodny. One of the suggestions that I received would be to clear coat. I did try clear coating. I wet sand and I polished the bucks. And then I tried clear coating with lacquer clear. I tried with acrylic clear. I didn't try with 2K because the acrylic clear and the lacquer clear did not work out very well because of the heat involved with the vacuum forming process. It basically burnt whatever clear coat right into the PETG I was trying to use. I would imagine that I'd get kind of the same results from using 2K clear. So I'm not going to be going down that avenue. And I found that, believe it or not, just wet sanding and polishing the bucks themselves does a really good job of helping with the process of vacuum forming. And I think that's the last major hurdle we have to overcome in order for 3D printed kits to become more accessible, more practical. I just spent the past weekend, starting Friday, filming an episode. It's going to be one of my 1.5 hour long barn burners, but it's about getting better results with your 3D printed bodies. And there's going to be some good stuff in there. I'm going to try to edit it up after the show, hoping for a release of that episode sometime during this week, with the episode on bucks coming out soon thereafter. So stay tuned for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things where I'm also going to give you, even if you're not going to 3D print yourself, because it's not for everybody. There is an expense involved, and I understand a lot of people model on a budget. But if you're going to buy a 3D printed kit from somebody, especially a body, there's going to be some stuff in there that you need to look out for. And I mean, it's not like it's proprietary. You're going to want high resolution photos of what you're buying, because if it's got build lines in it, those are avoidable. Because let's face it, a lot of the people selling 3D printed bodies, they're charging a premium for it. And if you're getting a body that you could probably scour a pan with it, it's so rough.
Yeah.
You're not getting the product that you're paying for. And I understand, like it's not going to be a popular notion, and my opinion's not going to be popular among people who sell those bodies. And I'm not going to call anybody out. So, but you'll know who they are by the, by the crappy comments I get on the video. But just in case, I just want to, and I'm not going to tell you who I got this from, because it's been several years that I've had this, and I bought it off of eBay before I really knew any better. But listen to this. This is like rubbing on a tracksuit from the late 80s.
Oh my God.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
This thing's got the texture of a Sergio Tacchini outfit.
Yeah. You're gonna spend 4 months just getting the body prepped, never mind painting.
And it's got the topography of the print lines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All of those things can be mitigated by printing at a better. First off, finding the most pinpoint, the smallest resolution you can get, and calibrating your resin. One of the things that people ask me a lot is, what are your settings for your slicer and stuff like that? I'll give them to you, but it's not necessarily going to work for you, because a big part of what my settings and my calibration entail is the environmental factors down here.
Yeah.
My basement isn't going to be like your aristocratic hobby room if you live in New England. There's going to be there's two separate atmospheres going on there. And even though we might be using the same printer, the same resin, that atmospheric difference is gonna factor into it, which is why you don't see just blanket here. If you're using this resin, use these settings. It's not how it works. You have to calibrate the resin.
It's the same thing with paint. What works for me necessarily won't work for you.
That's right.
Right.
What you got to do is have a baseline and then tweak it to fit you. You can't just go, oh, well, he does it this way. I'm going to. No. Figure it out, try something, and then modify it to fit your needs and how you do it. And like you say, Frank, the conditions and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Chris brought up another point too. He said he's agreeing with you 100%, Frank, and that's also why they don't offer pre-supported files.
Yeah.
Because if you do that, then you're almost guaranteeing that if you do it this way, you're going to get X product, and we all know that's not possible.
Terry, I want to make sure I answer your question. For metallic paint, what is your preferred clear? It depends on the paint. So if I'm using MCW Automotive lacquers, their metallic lacquers, I use their metallic, their clear lacquer. If I'm using base coat, I use Splash Paint's 2K Clear.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Same thing. Yep.
Not necessarily because you have to match the manufacturers. I've put 2K Splash 2K Clear. You could put that over anything because 2K Clear itself isn't necessarily chemically hot. It's actually it's abysmally bad for you in terms of its respiratory characteristics. You have to wear a respirator.
Yes.
Look at me. You have to wear a respirator if you're spraying 2K Clear, even if you're spraying outside. If you don't spray 2K Clear while wearing a respirator, we'll know because you're going to be severely incapacitated if you can breathe at all. You're going to be weird.
You're going to be weird. And not in a good way.
And not in the you could be on the Sunday Builds live cast kind of weird.
That Splash 2K Clear, that's like Frank's hot sauce. I put that shit on everything.
Yeah, that's me with my SPI. I got the SPI stuff from Tropical Glitz.
Mm-hmm. That's good
and
stuff.
You buy the package, and it's not cheap. It's $140, but you get a quart of clear, and then you get the. So if you take it, and what I do is I take it. I've got an old Pro Scale setup that's the same way, right? Mm-hmm. So I got the proper thinner or the activator, and the clear coat itself, and then a little bit of thinner. So what I do is when I open up the big stuff, I just fill up my little 4-ounce bottles, and then immediately seal my big stuff up, and then work out of the 2-ounce. So I'm not constantly opening and closing the big stuff, which will shorten its lifespan. So I'm opening and closing the little 2-ounce, 4-ounce bottles way more than I am the big ones. So again, not cheap, but that's enough clear coat to put on probably 1,000 models, I would imagine. I mean, it's a lot of stuff. I haven't even barely got it below the cap yet, and have done most of my models with it. So
I get three or four bodies out of the Splash.
Yeah, that's about what I get.
Yeah,
I'll try. What I do is because I use these graduated cups, and the Splash Paints is 3-to-1.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll fill up the cup to 7.5 milliliters of the clear, and then I'll top the cup off to 10 milliliters with the hardener. And then I'll try to have at least 2 bodies on hand so I can get 2 bodies painted with that amount of catalyzed.
Yeah, that's what I try and do.
I minimize the waste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know
beyond the fact that I'm doing it, and so it's usually a waste anyway.
Well, what I noticed is if you mix it like they say, you do have enough to do 2 bodies. And if you don't, the part of how we were all raised, clear your plate when you're done eating, all that stuff, we're taught not to waste things. So what I ended up doing, and I did it twice and learned, that if you use everything, all of it, you mix, you end up getting the toy effect on your paint.
Yeah.
It looks thick like a plastic toy. It don't look good at all.
Yeah.
So you got to learn that, okay, if I only got one body, either mix just a tad bit smaller or don't use it all and unfortunately waste it so you don't get that plastic toy effect.
I've said this a lot about Lewis Hicks' work. He's a young man out of Maryland.
Great.
Just one of the best painters. His finishes, his 2K, you can tell it has like that thin depth that everybody wants, but very few people. Like when I do 2K clear, once it cures, I'm surprised the bodies don't roll off the desk. That's how thick it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's just like I suck. I really do.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Listen, I'm hammering it on too when I do it, so you're not alone.
Yeah, you're full of crap, Jody. Your stuff is. If I could paint like you, I'd burn the rest of my.
Oh, here we go. It's because it looks like a piece of candy. There's so much clear on it.
Yeah.
No. I've seen your work. I hovered a little too much during my NNL East video. That table that your stuff was on over by the customs.
Yeah.
Most of my video was stuck on that. I just could not stop. I could not stop filming every one of those builds. Just everything on that table was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
We try.
Hey, Jody.
Yes.
You, Jason, and I at some point need to talk about NNL.
Yeah.
What the plan is and all that stuff. Because it's going to be here before you know it.
It's coming around.
Yeah. Do you normally stay one night or 2 nights?
So I've only been down a couple times. When I went the first time, I stayed Friday night, went to the show Saturday, and then just came back.
Yeah.
This last year, I stayed 2 days. Came down Friday, stayed Friday night and Saturday night.
Yeah. What do you prefer?
I mean, that would be the preference. I mean, it's whatever you guys think, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be nice to come together and have a boys trip, but we're kind of like, you know, that would make my 5.5 hour drive an 8 hour drive probably to get to you guys and then over, you know.
When you mapped out to get to my house last week, how long did it say?
3 hours and 9 minutes.
Wow. Because we'll do
actually less time than Jason's because it's all highway.
Yeah. We're going to do another get together. You know, Jason and I, every couple months we try and get together just to hang out and shoot the shit, the hobby stuff, and go to a couple hobby stores, go to lunch. So I'll give you more time in advance next time.
Yeah, that would be great. I'd love to.
Lost my head because we'd love to have you join us.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, thanks for the invite, Tim.
Yeah, well, Mike, I know you won't drive down from Florida. And Frankie, it's got to be about 4 hours for you, right?
It doesn't matter. My feelings are already hurt. I don't want to come.
I've already
been going to NNL East now. Screw you.
Yeah.
You ruined it for me.
Yeah, well, guess what, Frank? Reason 452 of why I suck.
That's right.
Woo. So I guess we can do the round table. Does anybody want to go first to talk about what they're working on?
I'll go first. I'm working on the interior of the 69 Charger that has the mod tap on it.
Nice.
You're probably going to be my answer for like the next 4 or 5 episodes.
That's all right.
How is it getting close? How far in are you, Frank?
Everything's painted. I did modify the front suspension. I do have to do a little bit of modification. I'm not adding suspension parts. I'm just using the kit parts that I modified to try to make the car appear lower. But I was contacted by the International Council of Resto Mod Definition.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was.
And I was scolded and threatened with legal action that if I call it a resto mod, they're going to beat my kids up. So
And then foreclosed on his house.
Here's my thought on it. Did you buy the kit? Did you build the kit?
I stole it.
Whatever you want to call it. If you want to call it an apple tree, call it an apple tree. I don't give a shit. You bought it, you built it, you put the time into it. Who's to say what you call it and what you don't? And if you have something to say about that, you're a dink. It's your kit. You built it. You build it the way you want and call it what you want. That's what makes this hobby so great. Is you're allowed to build it the way you want it, right?
That's right.
I agree.
Jody, I, and Jason are building the same kit for the Street Machine Group build, and they are all completely different. Why? Because we're three completely different people, and we have different ideas and different thoughts. And my Fiat, you know what? I'm not calling it a Fiat anymore. I'm calling it a Mac Junior dump truck. That's what I'm calling it. That's my Mac Junior dump truck, and I don't give a shit what anybody says. It's mine. I'll call it what I want.
There you go.
Well, you know it's not a Mac unless it's got the bulldog on the front.
I don't think like the person, and I'm doing this tongue in cheek when I say that. Like the person who said it, you know, that's not a resto mod. They said it's a nice model. It's not a resto mod, and you can't say stuff like that to me because I'm a dick. I'm gonna ride that into the sunset.
Well.
I am nothing but a world famous asshole. It's just it's part of who I am. I don't mean it like mean spirited, but I like if I'm gonna, I'll let you call anything you want. Like if I get what you're going for, I'm not gonna pick the nits on what you're gonna like what you're calling it, because at the end of the day, what I really want to know is did you have fun?
Well, that's it.
Enjoy what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Does it seem worthy of the effort you put into it? Do you objectively look at it and say, well, I can improve here and let me figure out how I can improve it? And there's so many people in this hobby who have reached a level of, we'll call it proficiency, but they've reached a level of proficiency and they have no interest in ever exceeding that ever again. And I think that's which is fine. If that's what floats your boat, awesome. Just whatever you do, don't try to kick anybody else. Like, you know, like what are you doing that for? What's the matter with you?
Well, that's my point. When I'm done with a model, I don't go, oh, good, the guys are going to love this. No. Do I like it? It's all that matters.
It looks like the chat agrees with you, Frank. J. Hart.
They better, because I don't want to have to come out there and start slapping people around.
Resto mod means restored and modified. End of story. Anyone with an issue with my Resto mods will be told to FA #K clean off. I think I knew what word he was substituting there. Our bearded brother, Jeff Lawless, Arterake says he calls his model cars. I mean, whoa, that's a crazy thing to call them.
Easy there.
Dare you?
Slow down.
You're controversial.
I don't know. I just don't like that stuff. That bothers me. Probably one of the reasons why I don't have a chance.
You have to realize something. It's meant to bother you. That's not the fact that what you say, but I know when somebody's trying, like, I know my name is Francis and I grew up in the 70s. Believe me, I know when people are trying to get under my skin. Yeah. So if you're trying to get under my skin, that's what pisses me off. Not that you're doing it, that you're trying to.
Yeah.
And decorum dictates that I can't throw you down a flight of stairs. The law kind of says it too somewhere.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't take it like, and you're taking advantage of that situation. Like, I can't get close enough to you to wring your neck and straighten you out. So don't take that as a liberty.
Right.
Rob Atlantis says, apparently if you build the Starsky and Hutch car, experts will appear magically. And I'm guessing, tell you how you're doing it wrong.
I spoke to Rob about that in Messenger over the week, during the past week, and it's typical. Like, and one of the things that I said to you have to understand when you go on to Facebook, especially Facebook, it doesn't really happen that much on Instagram. The crowd on Instagram is younger, but somehow more mature. Then you have some of these guys on Facebook who have they haven't built a model since Gerald Ford was in the White House. And they think back then they were the end all be all of the hobby.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you, I never had a problem. Yeah. Okay. Good for you. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Whatever brain cells kept the memories of the fact that you were mediocre at best is long gone. You drank those away along with your marriage. And this behavior where you're picking on people on the internet over toy cars is the reason why nobody lets you see your grandkids.
Yeah.
That's it. Mr. BG's in the house. Elliot from Scale Effect. Good to see you guys. Mr. BG. Always
Hey,
good to
Elliot.
see you, sir.
Brian.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I don't know.
We
It's
were-
to me,
I was on the Scale Model Car podcast. We recorded it on Friday.
Oh,
Not
yes.
on Spotify today.
I was saying, it got released today.
Yeah.
Sweet.
We were talking about, remember during the 48-hour group build when Brian fell off his chair?
yeah.
The infamous chair scene.
Oh, yeah. It was like he fell through a trap.
It scared me, man. I thought he got hurt.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm gonna start again. Because I was so scared because he was gone. He literally, you saw him go backwards and he was gone. Like, where did he go? He's a big dude. Where did he go? It was like he fell through into another dimension. And then finally I see him getting up. And he is not happy. He was not happy at all. And then I'm like, oh no, I don't see the van.
Oh yeah, we were worried about that. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Him and Jason were joking about putting their feet up because they were done. They were done early. And he went to kick his back on the chair and put his feet up, and the back of his chair fell off. And that was it. He rolled backwards and disappeared into the fifth dimension.
See, that's irony kicking you right in the ass for being
Yeah,
right.
See?
That's it.
And then he got up and he wasn't talking.
Yeah.
And then he disappeared. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
He texted me pictures of the chair.
Yeah.
And then he texted me pictures of the new chair, which ironically needed to be assembled like a model kit. So we had a little bit of a laugh over that. So,
But that's how you got Broken Chair Productions.
Yes.
Broken chair production. Perfect.
And that 48-hour group build was when Mike received a particular nickname. Jody, what is it?
He did. Pigskin.
Oh, I can't thank you enough for that.
Yeah, I know.
Just can't thank you enough for that.
Pigskin.
He asked this morning if he could change his nickname in the chat that we have. And we all went, no,
Nope.
no, you may not.
I have been saddled with that one.
Well, listen, mine's
Literally.
pork rind, so mine's not much better.
That's right.
Yeah, but that's where we came up with the PPWO. We're gonna get some shirts made up, Tim.
Yeah.
That says PPWO. Pork skin or pigskin pork rind world order. Dang it, we're taking over.
That's it. That's it.
What a rough week for deaths, huh? Who would
Yeah.
have
Oh,
thought the first thing Ozzy Osbourne did as a ghost would be to murder Hulk Hogan?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, it was started. The first one I heard about was Malcolm Jamal Warner drowning on vacation. That was the first one I heard about, and then it was Mr. Tamiya. Mr. Tamiya died.
Yeah, that's
At
right.
least the order that I heard about him in, and then
Chuck
then it
Mangione.
was Ozzy, and then Hulk.
And
I
Chuck
feel like there was
Mangione,
another one too. Huh?
You know who that is?
Chuck.
Chuck
Mangione,
Mangione.
yeah.
He was the guy that did that song in the 70s.
Feel So Good.
Yeah. He died?
Yeah, he
He did.
passed away. Yeah.
Tough week this week.
It was a rough one.
Oh yeah, Connie Francis. You're right, Chet.
Connie
Francis.
Francis.
Connie Francis. Yeah.
That one hits home because that's who my oldest sister is named after. Her first and middle name is Connie Francis. My parents were. I think her dad was a big fan.
I've been in a band with some buddies for better part of 15 years, playing vintage metal, and specifically Black Sabbath and Judas Priest. So today, before this, I was over jamming with some guys to get a 15-song set of Sabbath together to play at Halloween.
Nice.
So that'll be a good time.
Well, we kind of chased a couple rabbits. We found out what Frank was working on. Tim, what are you working on, bud?
I am currently getting my ass kicked from a Mobius 64 Velvet crap or whatever it is. I don't even know what the instructions on.
The Mobius is the Coronet 64.
Yeah,
that one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The oil filter on the engine, it won't get past the motor mount. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I don't really like Mobius instructions. I think they're vague at best.
Mobius is great kits, but their instructions are a little bit lacking because they're vague.
Yeah,
Like they'll show you these parts attached from the bottom, but here's a view of it from the top. Good luck
right.
with that.
Good night, Chris. Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
Very helpful.
So you're getting your butt kicked
See you
by
later,
the
Chris.
Mopar. What about you, Jody? What are you working on, bud?
I am currently clipping parts and cleaning parts up. This 56 Chevy Nomad right here. I was told at the Classic Plastic Show we've got a 50s category. So
Yep.
I know Mr. Overachiever over there built 2 Nomads.
Yep. And a 55,
Yeah,
Dang,
and I might build a 57.
there you go.
look
Not
at that.
quite sure yet.
Dang it, man. You were the overachiever during the 48 hours, Jody, but turns
Yeah.
out Tim's right behind you.
Yeah,
And that all started with Jason last year during the 48-hour group build. I dubbed him an overachiever because we had about 4 hours left, and we looked at his camera, and all we could see was the bottom of his shoes.
yeah,
And that was what they were trying to reenact when Mr. BG started the Broken Chair Productions.
yeah. That's right. My little Fiat 695 that we're doing. That's just about done. And mine is completely different than what Tim and Jason did. So
That's good. That gets right back to what Tim was saying about 3 guys doing the same thing, be all different.
Yeah.
So that's almost complete. And I'll try to get this Nomad done, hopefully.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's about it on this end.
The difference between me and Jody is we both used to hang out at the talent pool, but I found it cold and I got out. So he got all the talent. I didn't get any.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
The lifeguard kept putting his foot on my head trying to drown me in it. So I don't know.
Well, usually they just try and push me back in the water.
No, do they?
All right, Rick, it's good to see you, buddy. Have a good night. Well, I hear you quietly
Yeah,
saying,
what
have you been working on?
what are you
I
building,
pulled
Mikey?
that straight from our good friend, Mr. BG. I'm actually kind of proud of what I've been working on, so I'm going to go ahead and, what is it we say here on Sundays? Going to make myself big. And
big it.
I'm in bigging myself because I've made some really good progress on the chassis for my 68 Dart. If you guys remember, got the wheels marked up now.
Nice.
You guys remember, this is the Pontiac chassis out of the Pro Stock Pontiac Firebird, and I've modified it a bunch to fit underneath the Dart. Recently used, I don't know if you're going to be able to see them all that well in the camera, maybe right there.
Yeah, looks
The
awesome.
Mr. Model coilovers, really nice pieces. Enjoyed those. They fit right in. I just mocked up the front. I think that's going to be a little wide, but that's what's cool about those 3D printed brakes. If you look, they got the spacers in them. I can narrow the spacers up, bring that front end back in a little tighter. But just got the wheels mocked up on it. We'll get them, using my white glue. So super excited about getting this a little bit closer to done. Get the motor done. The body, as you can see it on this side, clearly missing the front end, which we have here. We're going to display it with the front end off And on this side, you'll see we got the door cut out, and I put a door jamb in there. If you can see that door jamb, got that put in there nice and neat, smooth. And we'll display it with the door and the front clip off. But here's my door, and again, I put the get my camera to see it.
Yeah.
There we go. You can see where I put the door jamb in there, and then on the inside, I put a piece of flat styrene that we're going to take bare metal foil aluminum, put it over there so it'll look like aluminum sheeting on the inside of the door. But probably the newest thing that I've tried from, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not, maybe just barely. If you look at the very top of that door where the window would come up, I have a small piece of, what does they call it? Styrene, obviously, but it's, hang on just a second, I'll tell you exactly what it is. It's part number, Evergreen part number 291, and it's a little piece of angle. So what I'm going to do, and it was a question I have for Frank, and I'll take myself off the big screen and talk to Frank, but what I'm wondering, Frank, is I want to make like windows, to not like a race car window, right? It would have the locks around the outside to hold it in place. You can take the window in and out. It doesn't roll up and roll down. I want to do that for the side windows. I'm going to use the regular glass for the front and the rear, but the side windows, I want to put that race car type window in there.
The rivets?
With the rivets type thing. I actually got the, how do you pronounce these? Dunsies, DZ, locks. I'll put a couple of those on there to make it like those twister
might be
locks.
a little too big.
And they might be for that. They're that's what I could find. But either way, my question is, what is that material called that you put in that vacuum form machine? Is that something that I could use?
PETG.
PETG? And that's something I could cut with a hobby knife and scissors. It comes flat, right?
It comes flat. It's nicely transparent. What's good about using it without vacuum forming it is what you're going to be using it for doesn't require any curvature.
Right. It's going to be
because those windows don't necessarily, they're not functional.
Right.
It's not like you can roll them down. They're literally riveted in place, so that you don't need the curvature like a windshield would need.
Right.
That the vacuum forming process will do for you. It'll work. PETG. I'll send you a link. It's on. I get it off of eBay. It's 0.020 inches, so 2/100ths of an inch. Which reminds me, in my video, I need to edit like where I say thousandths of an inch because I messed up because I'm stupid. But it's 2/100ths of an inch or 0.5 millimeter thick. And
just getting some love from Germany. This just popped up there. Gothica Lucy literally stumbled across this. I love that y'all keeping the hobby and actually have people to share it with. Please never change. Much love from Germany. Well, thank you very much and welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We are on every, I don't know what the time would be in Germany, but we're on this time every Sunday between 4 and 6 Eastern Standard Time, but I have no idea how that translates to
I think it would depend on where in Germany. It's
probably, yeah.
pretty wide.
Dale says Evergreen makes clear sheet too. I was just worried about getting something that was too thick. I knew that with that vacuum forming stuff, that seems like that would be.
Yeah, you're going to want to stay in the area of 2/100ths or 0.5 millimeter in order for it to, hey, let me get my fat ass up and show you.
Gothica says it's almost 11 p.m. where they're at.
11 o'clock at night.
Yep. Tiffany said the same thing. It's almost 11 p.m. in Germany. Thank you, Mr. BG. Been working hard on it. Got a lot of cool parts in there. Got some.
So this is what it looks like, and it has the film on it.
Right.
And I'll burn one of these sheets for you, Mike, because you're okay.
I'm okay. Well, don't burn it.
Did you get
the
Rambler?
Yes, I did. I haven't done a video yet. I actually was going to talk to you behind the scenes and see if you wanted to do something together, or if you just wanted me to throw it up there and do my own thing. But
It's bad enough I have to be seen with you in public here.
That's what I figured. Any more than you have to, right?
You may want to limit the exposure just
Yeah.
a little bit. So.
There's only so much mic.
You're probably on some watch list right now as it is. So
Yeah,
There's
people
only
do
so
judge
much
you by
alcohol
the
my
company.
reputation can withstand.
People do judge you by the company you keep. That's for sure.
So it is clear. You're looking at me through it.
Ooh, look at that.
Woo!
It didn't help.
It is clear, and it'll take a template well. So you just make like a masking tape,
Yeah, that was my plan.
washi tape template. Transfer it to that. Place
Right.
your if I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but maybe you scribe or create a smaller template that offsets from the edge about 2 or 3 millimeters, and then paint that little 3 millimeter strip around the perimeter in black from the inside.
Yeah, I plan on doing that.
And place the rivets. That'd be a nice touch.
Right.
Be a nice touch for a kid like you.
Right? Brian said.
Somebody asks you where you got that tip. You tell him you caught it on the Sunday Builds live cast.
There you go.
From the
Brian's talking about how he punched out some little rivets, and I've got a rivet maker, a little rolly wheel. I don't know if it's a rivet maker as much as it is the indention tool. I say I got one. I don't know where I put it. There it is, right here. But it's got the little gears that you put in there to leave that. I think it just leaves the dents though. Don't punch them out. It just leaves a little indentation.
Oh, you could get this off of a website called UMM. Ow, my bad arm. Damn you to hell.
be careful.
Right?
Yeah, it's my every time I try to like extend my left arm past a certain point, it hurts bad. And like an idiot, I haven't learned yet. You could get this. This is RP Tools Punch and Die. Never mind.
He just dropped the whole thing.
Drop them. It's they have a punch and die set that comes in sizes anywhere from 0.2 millimeters up to 1 millimeter, and you place the drop the damn thing. Where the hell did it go?
Yeah, my punch set starts at 1 millimeter.
Yeah,
Which would probably be a little bit big for
this
that.
thing was pretty expensive.
Yeah.
And they have one that's circular, and they have one that's almost like bolts, so you can punch them out of styrene. It's a little spendy, but it's one of those things where it's kind of worth it if you're going to be doing it a lot, and you tend to build like race cars. Ow. So it would behoove you maybe to make the investment.
Might be. Justin Ryan wants to know, Frank, who's a good boy?
I am very good boy.
He's a good boy.
He's a very good boy.
Yeah, Brian's like, it punches out little circles. That's perfect, man. That's a great idea. He says, I want to read it so he says it right. Use a tube out of a Revell glue bottle and make the rivet tool, sharpen it out with your Dremel, punch out the rivets out of 0.010 styrene, and then glue them on. Tim has seen my box truck build.
Yeah.
010 is a quarter of a millimeter. That's
You have to see this thing. Oh my God. I would go crazy after 10. Brian, how many rivets are on that thing? It goes, the box is about that big, right? And the rivets go all the way around this way and then around the top. I mean,
Oh, wow.
it's crazy. Crazy.
He made over
Looking at it.
800 rivets for that box.
Yeah. Imagine that.
That is a lot.
It looks fantastic. It's crazy.
Ryan Connell's work is for when you need a really, really healthy reminder that you suck. You're really bad at this hobby and you should just surrender.
Just give up, walk away. Throw
I'm
everything in
bad
the
at it, but I
trash.
still do it.
Oh, man.
Brian's motto should be, "You've wasted your entire life, Frank." It's specifically you. Yeah, so these little things that I just spread all over the floor of my basement. the little punches, and it comes with a hammer. It's kind of expensive. It's like $100,
It's not too bad.
but it was during one of those periods where I was treating myself well. And the smallest one, I believe, is
I probably am going to be on a buying hiatus for at least a little while because I recently made a semi-large purchase, so I probably need to take a break a little while.
You bought a modeling house. You need to catch up.
I did.
You bought a modeling cottage.
Jason is out. Actually, I believe he's wheeling his Jeep today. He couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a better offer. So
listen, that's something a hobby he and I share besides the model cars is the Jeep world, and that's a lot of fun, man. Going out there and having a good time. It's very much the type of camaraderie you get from the hobby. Just great people hanging out, having fun.
Just Jeep stuff.
Just Jeep. Only in a Jeep, baby. I kind of miss my one-to-one shop, but I get my kicks when I see one of the Jeeps I built out doing something, or I get videos of them out west or something, climbing over stuff. And I'm like, all right, I got my kicks. I'm good now. I'll go back to my model cars.
When I miss my one-to-one, I just go out in the garage and listen to my father trying to kill himself working on his pickup.
There you go.
He's got a 65 Chevy pickup. He did a frame-off restoration all by himself. He started when he was 75. You do these things when you're young, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He waited until he was 75 to do it. But now he just curses, and I sold my hot rod a couple of years ago. So whenever I miss it, I just go out in the garage and listen to him cursing and working on his.
I can't even go outside and bring model boxes from my room to my new building without feeling like I'm going to die. I couldn't imagine being his age out there in the garage working on something.
I tell you, he's going to outlive us all. He's incredible.
Hats off to
He drives
him.
a loader every day at a concrete place. Every day, 86.
Man,
He stays active. That's
that's probably what it is, yeah.
Yeah. He's had 5 heart attacks, diabetic. They put a new heart valve in him. He's the Energizer Bunny goes, who's this guy?
Exactly. Well, I'm with you, BG. Somebody has to be the first rung on the ladder. That's my role. Then I let you guys, all you fancy guys, move up from there. But Gothica says that the pros don't fall out of the sky, so you gotta suck to get better, right?
This is
Learn
true.
from your mistakes.
Well, I'll let you know when I reach suck. I'm still 2 notches away from that.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I've worked my way up to be the floor mat before the first run on the ladder. I'm feeling pretty good about myself.
Yeah.
So a question about Jeep stuff,
Yep.
Mike.
Yep.
Let's say, for example, like I drive Bronco Sport, and before the comments get to that, yeah, I know you're going to ask me if it's a good car so you could buy it for your daughter when she turns 16. I get it. That's hysterical. I haven't heard that 30 times already this week.
I'm glad you shut me down because that's exactly where I was going.
Yeah, exactly. Phenomenal. If somebody who's not driving a Jeep waves at you, do you spit at them?
Somebody who's not driving a Jeep.
Right, because you're supposed to wave at each other. Like
you
Jeep
do Jeep
people
wave.
wave at each other.
You're holding the steering wheel, right? You got to do the Jeep wave.
Yeah. What if somebody waves at you and they're not in a Jeep? How, do you spit at them or give them the finger? What's the rule?
You probably should check to make sure it's not a friend before you do anything violent. I would at least be like, make sure I don't know this person.
Mm-hmm.
And then with any luck, I'm going to follow Brian's lead on this one. With any luck, you'll give them a rubber duck, and it'll move. That whole rubber duck thing will move away from the Jeep community, and maybe the non-Jeep waivers, the guys that wave that don't drive a Jeep, can collect their ducks because we don't need it in the community anymore. We're tired of rubber ducks. But
we spoke about that at length during the 48-hour group belt, the duck thing.
Oh man, it's craziness. Jason,
how did it start?
there's a bunch of different stories, if you will, urban legends on how it started. I can tell you a fact that I know to be a fact. The first time that I ever saw it, there was a lady in Daytona Beach that was her daughter had cancer or heart disease, something major going on, and she didn't have the money to get the surgery or whatever her daughter needed. So she somehow had a connection to these little rubber ducks. So she would go around to parking lots, literally stand on street corners, and there'd be a little tag on there, basically asking for money. Brief story about what was going on with her daughter, asking for money to send to this GoFundMe. And that's how she was marketing it. And she was doing that about the time the Jeeps came to town. And when the Jeeps come to Daytona, it's very much like the bikes, right? I mean, there's Jeeps everywhere.
That sounds like fun.
And it is a lot of fun, but careful, deal. It can be fun. The beach part of it's fun, but there's a lot going on. It's bumper to bumper traffic. But anyway, that's that. I saw that one personally, so I know that really happened. But I don't know if she got the idea from somebody that out west or up north that had been doing it too. I don't know, but that was the first time I ever saw it. And
so something that was for a good cause that you Jeep people just turned into something horrible.
No, it's
what's wrong with you people?
It's just
what went wrong?
It took a turn.
It's just a vehicle. Like you turned something into something that was really cool into something stupid. I'm kidding. I'm breaking your chops. I think
there's the community is on both sides of it, right? Either they love it or they hate it. Guys like me and Jason, we're not so much, you know.
You're not going to find a vehicle that holds its value like a Jeep does. Jeeps hold their value. Even a used one that's like 25 years old, you're going to get a nice, pretty penny for.
Hey,
all right, Jay Hart, have a good night, buddy.
Hey, two things. One, to defend my friend Frank, we talked at length when he bought that Bronco Sport. He's tired of the women trying to get at him and denting the driver's door. He always had to have it fixed. So he bought something that he's more incognito so they won't chase him around. His beautiful wife was getting a little aggravated with it. And second of all,
it's a cross that I carry.
Yeah.
Bear that cross.
And a disclaimer a few minutes ago when I was venting about this kit, the kit is not terrible. It's a great kit. It's the builder that sucks.
No, it's the instructions.
Yeah.
These are a lot of Mobius kits are like that, especially the Ford pickups where, like you attach these parts to the bottom of the frame and they show you the frame like from the front top view.
Yeah.
You're supposed to put what?
You want to see some bad instructions? Buy the Mobius Lone Star trailer truck.
I've seen that built, but I've never built it.
I'll show you. I built one. I had to download the Revell directions. It's the same kit to build this vehicle because they tell you in wording where the parts go, and then they show you a picture of the frame complete. Oh, that's really helpful. Hang on. The truck. Excuse the dust because I built this thing in 2018.
Woof.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful, beautiful model kit. You can see the dust on it. Ugh. Yeah, look at it. Yeah.
Ugh.
But yeah, it's an absolutely beautiful model kit. But the directions are horrible at best. They show you the completed frame, and then they just list beside it what to do, which is no help at all. So yeah, that's my only gripe at Mobius kits. I think they make great kits. I think they make a lot of stuff that nobody else does, like some of these old Chryslers and stuff. So good stuff. I'm just not that talented. That's the problem.
Hey, listen, I can relate to that. But you did a good job on that one. That color is sweet. Even with the dust on it, it still looked good.
Yeah, that's a rattle can without a clear coat. Not wet sanded, not nothing. And I painted it outside because it was so big.
Rattle can, you got to be clear. You're not talking Rust-Oleum. You're talking Tamiya.
Tamiya, yeah. It's a dark red. I forget what it was called. Because I built it back in 2018.
You have to be careful.
So this is what 6 hours of work gets you today.
Looks good, though.
Yeah, 6 hours.
Loving that Hemi orange.
Yeah.
Looks great.
Yeah, MCW.
Now I'm not going to do it because I'm not that guy. But did you get the right year, Hemi Orange? You know, there's a break in there somewhere. I forget.
Is there? No, this is MCW 6951 Hemi Orange Metallic. That's it.
Hemi orange is the is usually for the exterior body color. The difference in Hemi engine colors, the race Hemis have an orange that's similar to Tamiya orange.
Yeah.
And the street Hemis, you could basically paint the same color as like Chevy orange, which is a more red.
Well, I went on MCW and I bought some engine colors. I bought Ford blue. I bought the Chevy color. This was listed with engine colors, so I just bought it. You know what? It's orange. That's all I give a shit about.
Yeah,
there you go.
And the Hemi orange that Mr. Guest has at MCW has probably one of the tightest metallic flakes I've ever seen.
Yeah.
You got to get up on that car. It is the most scale metallic I've ever seen because it is. You got to get up on top of it to see the metal flake. My 812 Super Big is painted that color. I still screwed the pooch on the stance on that car. I used Fireball Model Works, his 812 tires in 1/24th scale.
Yeah.
And I didn't do anything to the suspension. That car should be, fairly compressed suspension. And the way I built it, it looks like a 4x4. Because I suck.
Createx is really good paint. I just personally have never had good luck with it. Again, that's a operator error, not a product error.
Jody can fill in all about that stuff. Jody, you use Createx, don't you?
No, I just use the cheap craft paint that you're not supposed to use. But with saying that, I have recently purchased. So I built that 61 Galaxy with the fancy paint job, and I used the Candy 2.0 on that. Didn't really use it the way it's supposed to be used. I used it the way that I used it.
Yeah.
But I have since gone back and purchased all the Candy line that they put out, plus the clear that it gets mixed with. So I want to do more fade paint jobs and things like that. So more to come on that.
More to come.
Nice.
But I know Tommy Moore, what is it, Scale Hobbies or something like that? He's got a YouTube channel. He builds beautiful stuff. And that's what he uses is the Createx.
Yeah, some guys are great with it. I tried to. Well, I had asked you how to paint. I had to paint something for my wife, how to do it with craft paint. And I aggravated myself for about 3 hours. And then I went in, I found the color quotes on MCW, and I ordered it, and I used that.
There you go.
There you go.
Because she picked up the paint. Oh, honey, can you paint these? And I love my wife, so I didn't want to say no. But
there you go.
As usual, I couldn't get the job done.
My friend Brian from Got Fuels Garage, he uses Createx a lot, and he's created some really, really nice paint jobs with it. Brian Burwell, he's created some really nice stuff.
Yeah, he does beautiful work.
The thing you have to overcome with that type of acrylic paint is the surface tension, right? You need like a flow improver, almost like a vegetable glycerin. In order
I think the Createx stuff, they have their own reducer, which is just a water-based reducer. I have no idea what's in it. It's probably deionized water and alcohol for all I know. But
I heard them using Windex. Is that? I mean, they use Windex.
So the craft paint that I spray, I use just isopropyl alcohol for that. But you got to be really careful because you got to do it in really light coats, and you got to put lots of them on, and it needs to be clear coated. So it works for me. Doesn't work for everybody. I'm frugal, so that's what got me down that path. But I'm also not afraid to try other stuff.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier about painting. That somebody can show you to do something and you can try it and it might not work. You need to tweak it for what works for you. So you've taken that and made it so that it works for you. With other people, you told me what to do and I did exactly as you said and I couldn't get it to work. Yeah. Now, that don't mean that it's a bad way to do it. It just didn't work for me. Yeah. So, you've taken something and made it so it works for you. And I've seen your stuff in person and the paint jobs are out of this world. So obviously you got it down to a science. So a lot of it is just trial and error. You got to just try things until you get what you want.
That's right. I've been branching out. I'm using more of the Tamiya lacquer line. That stuff sprays really nice. I haven't really got into the MCW and splash and all that stuff just yet. It's not to say that I won't. Probably will, but for now, I got something that seems to work okay, and it's very repetitive once you figure it out. So.
Well, that's why I haven't tried multiple brands of paint, because the first paint I used, my first airbrush job, was Gravity Colors, and it worked out great. So I never had a reason to look for something else. And then somebody gave me some splash. I tried that, and then I bought a model, and somebody recommended a Scale Finishes color, and I bought that paint. Those are the three brands I use. I asked about Tropical Glitz earlier because everybody seems to be talking about it. I don't know if I'll buy some or not, but I was just curious to how it was. So if you find something that works for you, you just stick with it.
That's it. You shouldn't be closed-minded and think that yours is the only thing that works that way. But if it works for you, dang it, it works for you.
Right.
I like to try new things, but you're right. If you don't succeed, try again, right?
That's right.
If at first you don't succeed, skydiving is not for you.
Yeah, you're right about that. You usually don't get two chances at that, I guess.
I want to know who the guy was, the very first guy that did the bungee jump. Yeah, go get Joey. He'll do it.
It was a tribe in like a Pacific Island. It was like a rite of passage. They showed it for the first time on like That's Incredible in the early 80s, and then like let's make elastic cords and jump off of bridges.
But I think, but correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't they using vines and it wasn't a bungee? They were basically just going as high as they can and hitting the ground.
Jumping off and stretching their spines out. The entire population of the island that did it, they're like 7.5 feet tall.
Right. Oh, I remember that interview now.
He started out 5'3".
Yeah.
They interviewed the head guy, and he was talking about his tribe. He goes, once we were many, but now we're a few. Well, now we know why.
BG says it's Papua New Guinea, he believes, is where they were doing it.
Yes. Yeah. Just like the first guy that ever drank cow's milk probably did a lot of other weird shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
He was that guy. Like, you should taste the milk from a cow. And everybody just looked at him like, Phil, will you knock it off? What's the matter with you? Will you stop?
Yeah, the guy's name wasn't Phil. You know what it was? It was Mikey. Let's get Mikey.
And then to figure out that you had to cook it and all that stuff. You think about that. Things that are habit for us today and just normal. Who thought about all that stuff? Right? Had to be the natives and the people back in the day, right? 6x6. I've not seen a Honcho 6x6. I have seen the new Gladiator that somebody converted over to a 6x6, but as a Jeep guy, I would love to see a 6x6 Honcho, especially if it was a step side.
Mickey, I got your email. I forgot. I haven't replied. I'm sorry, I haven't replied to you yet about the printer for the Little Red Express decals. I will be replying to you. I want to find out actually what printer you're using because he has a white cartridge printer. I want to maybe get one. Talk to my wife into maybe getting one for me.
Have fun with that.
Right.
Listen, I'm a trophy husband. She has to realize that you want to walk around with all of this on your arm. you have to keep me ensconced in finery.
Right.
Frankie, I love you. You know I do. You know I love you. And I'm not arguing your point, but I'm here to tell you, you outkicked your coverage with your wife. Your wife is a beautiful woman.
I agree. I'm a beautiful man now.
When she came down and sat in your chair, I forget who it was, but somebody was like, "Well, you're much more pleasant to look at than he is."
That's hurtful.
That's very hurtful.
Very hurtful.
But she did tell us the funny story about gluing the mirror to herself. That was
I was there for that. Yes, she did.
Yeah. She was a good sport.
She was.
He never went near a model again. She was true to her word.
That's it.
My wife don't even like coming in the hobby room. Never mind building one.
Well, I'm not married, but I had been talking to my girlfriend about getting a building, and she was like, "Well, what size are you thinking?" I said, "I'd like to get a 16 by 30." But she was like, "That's kind of big, and maybe a 16 by 24." I'm like, "Yeah." So that's what I was looking for. And then I found that thing that showed up the other day. It's 12 by 40. She turned around. I didn't tell her it was a big one. She turned around and looked at me. And she said, "It's a little bigger than what we talked about." I said, "Yeah, I have that problem a lot."
It's 480 square feet.
It is 480 square feet.
Okay. That's not that. I mean, it's not ridiculously big.
Nah, it's not stupid. Yeah, it's not stupid.
It actually 16 fits your backyard pretty good, Mike.
Yeah.
It did, yeah.
It definitely does. Yeah.
16-foot barn ceilings with the two lofts makes it really nice because now you can store whatever up there and get it up off the floor. So that's pretty cool.
I heard a rumor that Mike knows how to get rid of a dead body, but always remember, Mike knows how to get rid of a dead body.
Yes.
It's a bowling alley lane. You're not wrong, BG. It is from one end to another. Yeah, who was it? Somebody texted me the other day and said they wanted to get rid of a body. I'm like, listen, I know how dig holes every day. I'll put them in the bottom of somebody's house pad. They'll never know they're there.
Frankie, have you printed that little Red Express truck?
Not yet. I got the file, but
if you need one for measurements, I have a sealed one. I'll send it to you.
no. His files are usually fairly spot on.
Okay.
And when you buy a file off of Andre, you get every scale from 1/8 scale down to like 1/43 scale.
Oh wow!
With every one of them in between, you have access to every one of those. If you want to print a 1/8 scale Little Red Express, you can't do it on a resin printer. I don't think really anything's big enough to handle it. Certainly not as one piece, like printing the cab. I don't think resin printers. So you'd be relegated to FDM, which is going to leave a lot of texture, and that's definitely going to sound like a Sergio tracksuit.
Right.
You know, that thing's going to be so rough when you rub that body, a genie might pop out of it.
Again, not mentioning any names, but circling back to what you were talking about, Frank, when you were talking about that, I bought over $400 worth of stuff from a guy, and not knowing it, just looking at the pictures of the files of 2 Northeast Modifieds, pawn trucks, and the Hoonigan Mustang, and all this. And I get it; it's done in pink dental plastic or pink dental resin, and you could. It's absolutely, the chicken skin on it is absolutely horrible.
The Hoonigan file is probably an Andre Bezrodny. He does make a Hoonigan Mustang.
I want one, but
it's a function. It's a function of. It's not necessarily the file. It's the printer. If you print something at 5 microns, which is 0.050 millimeters, it's going to print in 2 hours, but it's going to be rough. There's going to be topography all over that thing.
It is.
You're actually, believe it or not, because you're printing so coarsely, you might actually prevent what's it called? Z-axis. What are they called?
The Z
fell out of my head.
The Z thing that happens?
Yeah, the Z shifts.
Yeah,
You might prevent those because it's printing so quickly. Like, who cares if it resets? The texture on the thing is so.
yeah, you're not gonna tell. You're not gonna tell it anyway. I had to get a. I mean, I started to work on it. One of them, and I was like, I literally was considering going out into my 1-to-1 shop and grabbing a 4-inch angle grinder and strapping it to the desk and sanding it down that way. I mean, it was just horrible.
You'll destroy it before you
get
fix
it right.
and there won't be any detail on it.
Yeah, gone.
So what I found out with this body through experimentation is, like, most printers use a measurement called arctangent to determine the best print angle for a given printer. That isn't necessarily the case when printing a body. And this is going to be in the episode that's coming out. What I found is printing at an angle relative to your build plate, such that the least amount of cross section is being exposed at any given time, so that there's less tension. Because the way 3D printers work, either the build plate pulls away from the resin vat, or the resin vat tilts away from, and that pulling away creates tension, so that if the model has too much surface area, you have greater tension. And if you haven't stabilized it with adequate supports, you're going to get Z shifts and you're going to get topography. So in order to get results that look like an injection plastic molded body, you definitely need to take certain things into consideration. I'm hoping to have that episode out this week. So it's definitely print angle and adequate support. But like you were saying, be careful where you buy these things from.
Yeah.
Make sure they're high resolution close-up pictures so that you could see the texture. And no, I mean, topography is hard to get rid of because it's going to be on every surface, especially anything that would be parallel to the build plate. It's going to be there. It's going to be the worst there.
Especially with the ones that I was building, everything that I bought had a tube chassis. You're not going to sand that round tube down and get the bumps out of it, and it still be round.
And it's very.
You're just not gonna.
The trade-off.
Frank.
Yes, sir.
One is just a statement. Listen to you talk about 3D printing is the reason why I go on BGC Resin's website and Iceman Collections website, and I happily give them my money.
Same here.
It just sounds, it's way over my head. And second is a question. Years ago, when I first started doing resin, you bought a resin hood, painted it and all that. The model looked great for about a year, and then that hood would look like a Dorito after a while. Is the resin you guys use now, is that different?
It's relatively stable.
Okay.
Relatively stable. Yeah. So the resin that I use hasn't been on the market. It's been on the market for 4 years, maybe.
Okay.
So as long as it's not like, you can't take this stuff and put it outside.
Obviously.
Eventually, you're gonna have to paint it with a UV resistant clear.
Yeah.
That's the least. That's the very bare minimum. But direct exposure to sunlight, like if you have a display case filled with 3D printed models out of UV exposed resin, and you leave that in that display case someplace where the sun's going to shine,
yeah,
you're gonna have a rough time.
Yeah.
It will eventually find its way to walk the crap out of those models.
I just didn't know if the process had come a long ways, because years ago they just casted them. They had them mold and they casted them, and that was it. So I didn't know if the new stuff where it's printed is the resin different. The two,
the resin is different in that cast resin is catalyzed with a hardener, almost like 2K. There is a catalyzation process that takes place, which is why it has such a low pot life. Whereas the resin that we use in 3D printers and resin printing is catalyzed by UV light. So if you put it in sunlight, and you can definitely, part of the calibration process is finding out the optimum exposure time for your layer of resin, given your resin's characteristics, and like I said, the atmosphere that your printer is working in. But beyond that, post care would be, if you're going to paint something that's 3D printed and paint it and clear coat it.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend that if you're going to use a 2K clear, try to use 2K clear that has a UV resistance characteristic.
Okay.
And then try to keep it out of direct sunlight.
Yeah.
It might not be the thing that you take down. Maybe if you're going to take it down to the lake to take pictures of it, do it on a cloudy day.
Yeah.
Try to keep the I mean, it's not like the thing's gonna burst into flames right in front of you.
No, I understand.
Over time, yeah, you're playing with fire.
Yeah. I personally don't have a. Oh wait, I do. I'm gonna say I don't have a full resin kit, but I do. I bought at NNL a 73 Malibu. It's a resin kit. Seems nice, but I don't know. I never built one.
That's probably who did you buy it from? Was it Robert Burns' Too Many Projects?
No, hang on, I'll tell you.
Such big words today, right, K-Dog? I had to shut up because I'm over here Googling what half of these words mean.
I don't know if it says on it anywhere. Oh wait, there's a card in there. Missing link.
Oh, that's cast resin.
Yeah,
and it's usually really nice stuff. He does
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, that's nice stuff.
yeah, it's beautiful.
So that's cast resin. He has his molds are so good that his resin is shiny.
Yeah,
It almost looks like, I can't really see it because of the light in your room, but it looks like injection molded plastic, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Missing Link does really,
look at it.
really nice stuff.
yeah,
Oh yeah, that's nice.
That's beautiful.
yeah. I gotta get around to building it. It wasn't cheap.
Yeah, but it's probably very stable.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm wondering if I build this. I've seen guys build a whole kit like that, and then, like I say, a year or two later, it looks like somebody put it in a microwave. You know, it looks like a big Dorito chip that's all twisted and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about them.
What could be happening is there is a distinct difference in molding resin between slush cast and pressure cast.
Okay.
So your more expensive and your more high end resin that's molded is pressure cast.
Okay.
So the person who's casting it makes a mold, tries to make the best mold possible, and then, but they're going to make that mold out of vacuumed silicone. There's no air bubbles.
Yeah, there's no marks on it.
Yeah, and if they're using a master that's highly polished, and they used vacuumed silicone to make the mold, that mold is going to be good. And then if they take the resin and vacuum the bubbles out of that, pour it into the mold, and then put the mold with the resin in it into a pressure pot.
Okay.
Add, say, 80 psi of pressure. I actually have a pressure pot. You're going to have a resin body that's not going to have sinkholes, bubbles.
Yeah.
It's going to look like Missing Link stuff. Missing Link stuff looks like
It's nice.
It looks like injection molded plastic.
It came with the glass. All the chrome is done. The bumpers are chrome. The hubcap.
That's really nice stuff.
Yeah, it was $180, but I treated myself. Normally, I won't spend more than $50 on a kit.
Yeah.
But that being one of my favorite cars, The first one I had that I drag raced was a 76 with a blown small block all under the hood. It was nice. So I like that body style. So when I saw that kit, you can ask Jason. I stood there for about an hour contemplating whether I wanted to spend the money or not on it. And then finally Jason's like, you might not see it again, you know? So I have it.
How many times is Tim Ryan going to be a good boy?
Right.
All the time. Tim Ryan, he deserves it.
Yeah. Well, I go on vacation.
Very good boy.
I only go on vacation once a year, and it's the NNL East, and I save for it for a year. So that was my big treat to myself last year, or the year before. We didn't go last year, unfortunately.
Angry Yank Garage is in here. He's talking a little bit about that second body used. Catalyst was made for more automotive purposes. So I guess there's more than one way to skin the cat. BG says the missing link guy has been around for a really long time.
Yeah.
I just got something from Drag City. Really like their stuff. I got the chopped. It's the first piece I've gotten from them. I got the chopped 32 Ford 3-window. I bought it as a defect, and it has the same defect that Justin bought. The little piece over in the corner by the back fender. It's easy to fix, but I bought it as a defect. And
you can tell the difference between slush casted and pressure casted. Just
I bought a body from. I bought a bunch of stuff from Drag City. The hood on my '65 Mustang I just finished.
Yeah, the pitchfork hood.
Yeah, but I bought this body from him too.
Yeah, those are nice pieces, man.
I mean, it's beautiful. When I tell you that I did nothing to this besides prime it and then clear it, that's all I did. Primed it, painted it, and cleared it. I put a little pearl in with the clay. You can see it in the light, a little bit of pearl. But this is a brush
beautiful. Why do you talk shit about your belts?
because they're crap.
No,
that's what he does. Yeah,
it's magnificent.
Not even close, but thank you.
Oh, stop.
Are you wearing a different pair of goggles than you did in the beginning of this episode?
I don't. I say this all the time to Jason. I don't see what everybody else sees. I really don't.
I do. I can see it.
I don't know.
He's doing
There's a raw Drag City. That's the 32 right there. That's
Make yourself big. Let me see the texture.
That's right out of the box. Get my.
Oh, the texture's beautiful. His stuff is top notch. Ed Fleck does really good stuff.
So, like I said, I haven't touched. That's literally how he shipped it to me, and the defect is right there in that little. You can see that little nick in there.
That's mine.
Super easy to fix. Oh. I got it at a discount because it was.
This bed is in his hobby room. This is his bedroom. So we're talking about. I have that body. We're talking about resin stuff.
But even the inside. So a lot of these guys, the inside will be all scruffy.
Oh yeah, sometimes the inside is a crime scene.
Yeah, and this one you can actually, if I can get the camera right, you can see the headliners in there. So it's like it's supposed to be. It's beautiful piece. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's almost over.
Oh. We need a really good 34. I know you were saying the Lindbergh kit's pretty good, but we need a Revell Deuce or 29.
That's Frank. He's from New York.
How you doing, Mr. Ryan?
Say hi, Dad. They can see you.
How you doing, boys?
Living the dream. How you doing, sir?
Are you starting trouble or you're trying to stay out of trouble?
Both.
Well, we brought Tim to the party, so we're starting trouble, so he can finish it.
We start trouble, and then we start trouble, and then we book out of there before we have to pay the.
That's right.
So this is what's nice. We get together on Sundays. Usually Jason's in here. Jody's a friend of ours, so he's guest because Jason ain't here today. And another friend of ours, Justin, from New Jersey. So we're all from the technology today. We're all from all over the place. Frank's in New York. Mike's in Florida. Jody's in Vermont, and I'm in Boston.
Oh,
but
you got it pretty well covered.
Yeah, and then there's people that are watching that can ask us questions and chime in with comments. That's pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, good for a couple hours long.
Great.
You want to go get something to eat when we're done?
Yeah.
Is that why I came up?
What are we having? What are we having?
I think
you're in Boston. We're having lobster. We gotta have lobsters.
Lobster.
I think we're gonna go to Border Cafe, a Mexican place.
Oh, we gotta have some lobster.
You got to get a lobster burrito.
Well, the problem is I'm allergic to lobster, And I'm
Oh,
already fat and stupid
Lord.
looking, so I look twice as bad.
You're allergic to what? What are you allergic to?
I gotta go downstairs and get in my book and learn some Mexican words before we go there.
Good. Well, don't learn the bad ones.
Yeah.
Those are the only ones I know are the bad ones.
That's right.
That's right. We got Tim was talking about different places. We had Germany in here. We got Arizona. Mr. BG's in Arizona.
Yeah.
You got guys all over the place, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Georgia.
Woman commented she was from Germany.
Oh yeah,
She was watching it. Yeah. Yeah. This is YouTube. It's like YouTube,
yeah,
but this is live, so we can't edit it or anything. If something gets said that shouldn't be,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
well, it's out.
It's
Yeah,
out
well,
there.
I can't go on it because I got a dirty mouth.
Angry Yank is from Wyoming. Everybody's checking in. Dirt Road Cinderella's from upstate New York. Josh is from Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
From all over the place.
Lots of people. Lots of people.
Yeah.
A lot of different places. Wyoming, beautiful country out there. Big, beautiful, beautiful country.
all right, boys. Nice talking to you.
Take
That's
care.
it.
Mr.
All
Ryan.
right,
care.
take care, sir.
Keep your thumb on it.
We'll do it. I have no choice because I glued my thumb to it. So
That's right.
All right, when you're done, give me a holler.
Yeah. A little after 6.
All right.
Minnesota. I forget about all the places. Dale's from Vegas. Tin Man's in Minnesota. I mean, MN is Minnesota, right? Yeah, yeah. Because Michigan's MI, right?
Yeah.
Joyzy transplant billboards. You know, he's in the. I never say that right. Tax of two shits.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. That's
Oh yeah, that's where we live.
Charlton James, Portland, Oregon. That's the first time I think we've had anybody check in from Oregon. Welcome to the
Wow.
party, Charlton.
From all over the place.
All over the place, man. That is. You're exactly right, Tim. That's what's really cool about being able to do this and all the different people from all over the place. You just never know where somebody's gonna be from. You know.
Yeah. Well, my father's 86, so stuff like this he has a hard time
Comprehending.
comprehending. He doesn't understand that we're all from different parts of the country.
Right.
It's
Yeah, I mean, in his day, they think about it. Think about the things that he's seen, the technology and the things.
oh
that-
yeah.
86 years old, so that puts him. He was born in what, the 20s, early 30s,
He was born in 39.
39. So
Yeah.
think about
You're
19.
great at math,
I
Pigskin.
suck. But think about it, though. I mean, think
No,
about,
no, he,
He's gonna bust out some trigonometry here anytime.
Yeah, I know.
Pigskin's gonna start talking about arctangent soon.
when I was building roll cages and doing tube chassis, everybody was like, "How the hell do you do it? You can't even read a tape measure." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I know what fits and what doesn't."
Yeah, his first job as a truck driver, he drove a chain drive Mack. If that tells you anything.
Yeah. Think about it. So 39 by 40 by 1960, he's a young man out doing his thing, buying cars.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably buying used cars back then that were 30s and 40s cars, and now look at my point being, look at where they've come from the 40s to now.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, like I said, he's got that 65 Chevy pickup that he restored. Where's my phone?
Nice.
I'll see if I can show you. I got a picture on my phone.
Let me know when you get it up. I'll make you big.
Yeah.
Let us know when you get it up, Tim.
Yeah. Well, could be a while. I'm old.
You'll get that on them big
All right.
guns.
That's the truck he restored all by himself.
Give me
Oh,
2
nice.
minutes. I gotta find my cursor.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
There it is.
Beauty.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So
Absolutely.
if you watch Jason's video from yesterday, you can see it in the background. It was outside the garage. But he loves that truck. And then we bought him a used GMC Canyon, a 15 Canyon. And
Night, BG.
he was in awe of how the things that GMC does,
Yeah.
because he's used to driving stuff like the 65.
Right. Yeah, I got power windows and
Yeah.
air conditioning. Yeah, just stuff. It's amazing what they see. My grandmother died at 91, and she died probably about 8 or 10 years ago. And you can just the advancements and the changes and the things that they've seen is just so impressive.
Yeah. Well, the things he tells me just about this town, I'm a third generation to own this house. My grandfather built it in 55, and then my father bought it in 71, and I bought it in 98. So it's always been in the family. So we're a fourth generation in this town. And the stuff he tells me of what this town used to be like and how nice it used to be and everything, it kind of makes me sad because it's not even close anymore.
Right.
But yeah, just think of the things somebody that age, if their mind is still intact, the things they've seen happen in the world
Sure.
and all that. It's kind of
Yeah.
think about.
Yeah, let me see. So he's 39, so 41. He would have seen World War II. He would,
Yeah.
I mean, even as a child, but
Yeah,
would have seen World War II, been affected by that. Vietnam, Korea. He's seen a bunch.
yeah,
A lot of stuff.
yeah, yeah. He's a good guy. I'm very lucky to have him.
Yeah, absolutely. Robert Patterson, checking in from, he calls it the shithole they call Illinois. Hey, I'm personally not a big fan of Illinois, but if you say it's a shithole, I'll let you have that. You live there. Dale says this is the most informative and fun 2 hours of the week. Well, thank you very much, Dale. We appreciate
Thank
that.
you, Dale.
Thank you.
That's why we bring Jody on, the Vermonter. He knows everything. So
Yeah.
you got to love them Vermont guys.
We are a crafty bunch, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
that's for sure. They'll make a plastic model out of a wooden tree. They're good.
Whereas Frank, he can make a bishop kick out a stained glass window.
I will not say if it's true or not true, but there is a vicious rumor going around in my youth that I made a nun quit being a nun.
Why do I not find that hard to believe, Michael?
Catechism.
It's not hard to do.
Yeah, she got tired of beating me across the knuckles with that ruler, and she just
They
went
eventually
into
get tired.
they went into a hailstorm of curse words. You stupid little. Well, I told the story last week about the one snowball.
Yeah.
That was my level of intelligence then. Thank God I found the other brain cell between now and then. I only had one then. Now I got two. My mother used to tell me when I was a kid, you got two brain cells. One's lost, the other one's looking for it.
Yeah. I tell everybody I always wear a hat at work. I always have a hat on, and I tell everybody I wear the hat because that one brain cell, the white flag, sticks up at surrendering. The hat covers it. Jody, you're awful quiet over there. You getting in some kind of trouble?
No, I'm just cleaning up parts.
Oof.
He's rocking the original Optivisor,
Yeah. Look at
The
this.
OG.
the OG model.
Damn.
I bought this. I bought this at Harbor Freight there. It's not bad.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
It's comfy. Yeah. But I find myself going back to Old Faithful right here.
The only thing I didn't like about these ones, and I tore mine out, but that liner that goes in here
Yeah.
on the inside of it, once it starts, you get sweat. You're bald like I am, so everything rolls to the front of your face.
Yeah.
And after a while, that thing not only stinks, but it'll start itching and leaving red marks on your forehead. I thought I could get another one, but you can't buy a liner for it. So now I wear like a hat or something with it, and it keeps it from rubbing on my head.
Yeah.
Jason Rothgeb just got here. We're going another 4 hours. Let's rock.
Oh,
Let's go.
everybody's
We're staying
not
up all
overtime.
night. Put the coffee on, friend.
Listen, it's finally cooling off outside. I get to carry a whole bunch more boxes out to the new building. So,
Well, I'm going with Dad to make myself even fatter than I already am.
right, ain't nothing wrong with that. And she wanted me to burn that burn pile tonight, but I really don't want to burn that burn pile tonight.
No, it'll be nice going with Dad. It'll be a boys' night, As I said, my wife is down by you, Mike, visiting the mouse.
Yeah. I try to avoid that place like the plague, man.
Yeah.
That place is expensive.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't imagine being in Disney World in July. They'd
Oh,
have to remove my underwear with explosive.
Well, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why she goes. Because I won't go down in the summertime.
it's just
So we belong to a thing called DVC, the Vacation Club. So it's based on points. You get so many points a year. I don't forget what we have for points. She goes like 4 times a year. I go once every 3 years now. When my nieces
Okay.
and nephews were little, we went twice a year. But now they're all out of college. They don't want to go no more. So my wife goes down 3 or 4 times a year for a week. She brings some of her girlfriends. They get the room for nothing. So it's airfare and spending money. They go out to dinner at night, and they sit by the pool and read during the day. It's a nice, quiet, safe vacation. That's why they do it. They
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
do
we
any
go
of the Disney
down-
stuff because we're old. We don't want to do the Disney stuff no more. I don't want to run around the parks and all that crap. And
We
like
go
Mike said,
every year. We go to Disney World there. I love it. I
I do
became
too.
a Disney adult at almost 50 years old. We went down there for the first time in 2018 when my daughter was 4. I had never been there before.
yeah. Oh, I love going down there, but like Mike says, it's a little
Bad time of the year.
side.
If you're hanging out by the pool drinking margaritas, that's different. But
Right.
hey, Frank, Ted from Rattle Can Shenanigans just came in. He said, I figured I'd drop in here at the tail end of the stream and was greeted by Frank having his underwear removed by a bomb squad.
So
I don't
it's
know
not the
what I
first time, Ted.
expected. You don't know what he expected.
Timing is everything.
That's it.
Ted, you got to reach out. I got something for you.
Well, that's it. Well, we are getting close to the end, fellas. We got about 5 or 10 minutes left. Looks like we got 74 people that have been watching so far. I haven't been paying attention to that.
Fantastic.
But talking about Disney, I've been here since 84, 85, and I've been by there, I've driven by there, but I have never been and have no desire to go.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. You go there. I thought I was gonna hate it. I actually liked it, even though like everything about Disney World would annoy somebody from New York City, because you'll be walking up Main Street, USA, towards the castle, and these people, like, there's thousands of people. They're all walking in one direction, and you get these snapperheads that just stop, 30 of them, and form a circle. You do that in New York City, you're gonna get shoved. You're gonna
Yeah.
get thrown down a flight of stairs if you do that.
Lucky
my
if you
wife-
just get shoved.
Yeah. You're lucky. Yeah, exactly. You're lucky if that's all they do. And my wife, she's pushing my daughter in the stroller. By the end of the first day there, she's using the stroller as a weapon.
Yep.
Taking out people's ankles left and right.
Battering ram.
Get out of the way.
Ram engage. Yeah.
My father-in-law, we took my father-in-law. The first year we were down, my brother-in-law got married down there in, I don't know, 98 or something like that. And my father-in-law was bullshit. He was all mad that he's going down there to get married. We all have to go. Yeah. Well, after that week down there, on the way home, he's asking, when we going back? When we going back?
Now, I used to go to Tampa over to Busch Gardens. That's a lot of fun. But I don't do well in big crowds anyway, so
Yeah, I'm not a big crowd guy anymore. That's my part of my problem.
especially in the heat.
When I go to the first year I went to NNL in 19, I started having a panic attack. And I said, the kid that I was with, I said, we got to go. He's like, what do you mean? I said, I got to go. I got to get out of here. And of course, it was the year that I won the award there. And one of my club members had to take it for me because I didn't even get to do that. But yeah, it was too many people. I was getting nervous and anxious, and I left early.
I can do, like I said, I can do some crowds, but in the heat, yeah, no. You end up walking by people that smell like rotten bok choy. It's like, just
Yeah, well, that's the problem when you go to Disney. There are people from other countries that don't have the hygiene that we have.
right.
When you're stuck inside a line for 45 minutes and the guy beside you is afraid of pit stick, it's a problem.
It
Oh, yeah.
is awful.
Yeah.
Pigskin.
Yeah.
Nobody does it like Jody does it.
Dodie nails it. That's
Big
for sure.
skin.
Thanks to Dodie is why it's stuck.
It's all in love, Mike. It's all in love. That's all.
I know. I love it.
Buddy, that's
I
right.
love it. I love it.
You're never getting rid of it though.
No, it is. I might as well get that thing tattooed to my forehead now.
Yeah.
I'll pay for it.
Rotten bok choy. I'm telling
I'll
you,
pay
Robert,
for
it's horrible. Some of those people, bless their heart, they just, like I'm going to use Tim's politically correct version. They don't have the same hygiene as we do.
No.
They don't know what right guard is, and it is horrible. Real
Yeah.
problem is Mike's nose is the armpit. You're right about that, Rick. My nose is, either armpit level or butt crack level, and it's never a good thing.
Yeah. Elevators smell different to Mike.
It's just all stinks like fuck. It's horrible.
Elevators just hit different.
I used to work with this kid, David, and he was a janitor for the school system before he came to work with me at the pot store. And he was telling me about all the cleaning things they did in the long hallways. And they have this tool, they called it a doodle bug. And it's shaped like this. There's a scrubber on this side to go against the baseboard, and this piece on the floor, and you go along the wall. Well, me being the wise guy that I am, he told me about that. So on Saturdays, he brought his daughter to work, and then his wife would get off work and pick her up. And the little girl was probably 4 at the time. So I said to her one day, he says, so how is it to have Doodlebug as a dad? She goes, who's Doodlebug? I said, your dad. He's Doodlebug. Well, he said by 3 weeks later, everybody in the family was calling him Doodlebug. That was his
Doodlebug.
He never let me live it. I can't believe you gave me that name.
It's funny what sticks and what doesn't stick.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, it is 1:55. Does anybody want to start off with the tip of the hats? You want to talk about anything you're promoting? Whatever. Who wants to go first? Don't everybody go at once. Jody's the guest. He says, "You go first."
Yeah. Thanks for letting me sit in. It's always fun hanging out with you guys virtually. I kind of wish I could have got down with Tim and Jason yesterday, but we'll do it again at some point here soon. So
yes.
Classic Plastic is right around the corner. So I can be found over on Instagram, VW Jody. I'm very selective about who I let in, but if you're a modeler, trying to kind of up the content on there, but surely I can be found over there. So I appreciate you guys letting me sit in always.
Absolutely, Jody. We appreciate you filling in for us today. Jason and Justin both had things going on, so those guys couldn't make it today, but I expect for them to be back next week as normal. Frankie, you next.
I am Frank from Frank's Model Works everywhere. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's Frank's Model Works also. I do have a group that you could join. There's not a lot of people in it, but check it out. There's some really good builders in there. We have some fun. I appreciate that the Scale Model Car podcast had me on this week. That episode is out on Spotify right now, and wherever you can download podcasts. So be sure to check that out, please, and check it out every week. It's our friend Lucas C, BG, Chuck's Hobby Spot, and our good friend Jason from the Blue Ox Model Shop. Every week they have guests on. They talk about specifically our genre of model cars. So be sure to check that out. As always, I want to thank my co-hosts, Jody, for sitting in. Very, very much appreciated. And I'd like to thank everybody in the comments. Good questions today. Hopefully we covered some good ground, and I look forward to next week. Although next week I think I'm going to a concert, but I got to see. I'll let you know. I might be able to be here for the first hour, but we're taking my daughter to her first concert next week.
Oh, nice. How old's your daughter, Frank?
She's 11.
11?
She's 11.
Yeah. That's a fun age.
Yeah.
Frank, is your group also Frank's Model Works?
Yes. It's Frank's Model Works everywhere.
And that's on Facebook. The group is on Facebook?
It's on Facebook.
All right, cool.
As my grandmother used to say, he's like that spaghetti sauce. He's everywhere.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere. What about you, Mr. Tim?
Well, thank you all again for tuning in and joining us and listening to our silliness and rants about a whole lot of nothing. I hope to see you all again next week. If you want to see anything I do, I am only on Instagram, and it's Tim's Model Shop. Anything I do, I post on there, which I don't post a lot, but I post on there. And according to Jason, I am on Pinterest, and it's at Tim Ryan. It's just all model content. It's just pictures of models I see at shows or online, something that I like or whatever. And a lot of box art stuff if you like looking at old box art, which sometimes box art makes the kit because it's a pretty box with crap inside. But anyway, I like the box art, so I post a lot of pictures of box art and stuff. So again, thank you all for listening. Thanks for the questions. I appreciate it. And again, I don't respond to the chat because I can't see it. So I apologize for that. It's not that I'm not listening and not paying attention. So everybody be safe and happy building, and we'll see you next week.
And that's Tim Rhine and RHINE, just so you guys know.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Thanks.
It's all good. No worries. And again, I want to give a tip of hat to my co-host today, Jody. Again, thank you for filling in.
Thanks,
Frank,
Mickey.
always the man. Tim, always the man. We definitely appreciate you guys take time out on Sunday to come hang out with us and help create this live. Chat, you guys are awesome. We definitely appreciate all y'all. I think we had north of 80 people in here today, so that's a good deal. We appreciate all y'all's support. Definitely enjoy having you guys here. We enjoy being here. Frank touched on the Scale Model Car podcast. You guys go check them out on your Spotify or all your podcast connections. I believe they're on Apple. There's a bunch of different ones. And of course, our good friends over at the Sanity Model Podcast. Those guys are great as well. You got your Rob Ribb and Rob Adams. Of course, our good friend Justin, and then Frankie and
Santucci.
And Santucci, yes, I almost forgot Tooch.
The Tooch.
You can find those guys on Spotify as well. They also, both of those channels or both of those podcasts have YouTube channels under the same name. Insanity is Insanity TV, and Model Car Podcast is Model Car Podcast. So, and you can find me at the Scale Model Outlaw, which is either on mine or on Jason's. And check us out there. Got a new building. You guys want to check out a new video on the building that we just got received, so we're excited about it. But as always, y'all be good, be kind to each other, and keep on modeling. Oh, wait, there's your big old thumbs up. We'll see y'all later.
Thanks, everybody. And Jody, thanks for stepping up, brother.
Hey, anytime. Take care, everybody.
Next week, same time, same channel. We'll see you then. We're out.